Welcome back. I'm Pat, that Halloween movie collector. And here it is. The day has come. Halloween has turned 45 years old. Unbelievable. I can't believe it's 45 years since the release of this film. Now, granted, everybody's got their own story of when they first saw it, depending on your age. I first saw Halloween on October 31st of 1980. I still even own the HBO guide. It was on HBO. Trick-or-treating with some friends, cousins, and we went home to watch The Warriors, which was premiering at 9, and then at 10:30, this movie called Halloween comes on. All right, let's watch it. It's Halloween. We were trick-or-treating. We were eating our candy during the movie. Let's watch this movie. Scared the shit out of me. Scared the shit out of all of us. You figure I was 8 years old. And changed my life because I've been a fan. It's going on 43 years now. I've been a fan of Halloween. Granted, it's gotten bigger and bigger over the years because Halloween has just gotten bigger and bigger with each sequel. I was there in 81. 1981's Halloween 2 was the first Halloween I saw in the theater. I saw it opening weekend. And I've seen every single Halloween all the way up to ends, opening weekend when it's come out. Only one I didn't see, obviously, was Halloween. Didn't even know about it until 2 years after its release. It was a different time and place. There was no social media. There was none of that stuff. So I didn't know anything about it. We had just gotten cable. So I don't even remember being advertised on TV. And it's just amazing to think it's been 45 years. You know, it's been a whirlwind year for me when they announced age 45 convention last year. Booked a hotel right away with my buddies from that horror movie podcast, Brett and Joe, who have become two of my best friends. Just meeting through this fandom, and went to the convention. Finally got to see all those filming locations that I've been wanting to go to all these years. But for financial reasons, family reasons, I just could never get out there until this year. I managed to get to all those places. Did the bus tour with Sean Clark. Check out the video on here. It was a lot of fun getting to see all those places and walking in those shoes, and it was just surreal being there and seeing all these locations of this movie that's been a part of my life for so long, that coming back and watching it, I looked at it through a different lens now, because I'm like, wow, I've walked those actual locations of where they filmed, of where I've watched this movie thousands of times probably in my lifetime. And now I see things differently. I'm like, oh, I remember seeing this. Now this part was a little bit different. Something like this, there's a tree there now. Where it was just surreal. And Halloween 2 as well, because we did the Halloween 2 locations and a few H3 locations in Sierra Madre. Didn't get up to the factory and all the other stuff. That was too far up. And that's going to be another trip one of these days to go up to the H3 locations, because I'm a big H3 fan. Which just had its anniversary the other day too. 41 years. Crazy. It's a year of anniversaries. This past Saturday, 35 years of Halloween 4. And I was actually going to do like a 45th anniversary collectible spotlight for all my Halloween collectibles. But I have so many collectible spotlights on this channel with all my Halloween stuff. To pull all that shit out again would have been a nightmare. So if you want to see my Halloween collection of the original promotional stuff and whatever, anything that's tied to the movie, there's plenty of stuff on this channel. Maybe one day I will put something together, probably do an updated one, because I think I did my top 5 or top 10 or something like that. But I just wanted to go on here and acknowledge that the day is here, that it's been 45 years since the release of this film, and what a part of my life. I mean, just look around me. Everybody around me knows me, that I'm a big Halloween guy, and the community is so great because we've met so many great people through the Halloween community. I mean, granted, you have a little bit of toxicity, because Halloween has since exploded. In the past 5 years, it's exploded. From 2018, when they announced back in 2016 or 17 when they announced 2018 coming out, it's just exploded. It's Halloween. I'm calling it now. It's like the Star Wars of horror, because it's so big. Does have a little bit of toxic fandom to it, and it's skewed in so many different directions. Whether there's this timeline, there's that timeline, there's Myers, there's no Myers, and now let's wait and see what this TV show is going to be like. There's so much more ahead. This isn't the end, because we all thought the end was with Halloween Ends, and thankfully it's not, because a lot of people didn't really care too much for that film. But I just want to come on, just and just think about the past 43 years, because technically I've been a fan for 43 years, and all the times I've watched it, how special it's been, spending time with friends and family watching this movie, seen it several times on the big screen during re-releases, the countless amount of collectibles that I've acquired over the years, just some amazing things I never thought I'd own, like a 35 millimeter print, an original 1978 print. I own a print of Halloween. I own a lot of press materials as far as press kits and press books, and of course the coveted Atari cartridge. So I have so many things in my collection, and it's a constant reminder of this film on a daily basis when I come down here, whether I'm doing work or if I'm doing stuff for the channel, doing stuff for a podcast, or just messing around. I'm surrounded by Halloween every day, 365. So it's a week away from Halloween as of today, and next Tuesday, which is Halloween, we will be doing a watch-along of Halloween, which we do every year now. So, and we do it a little bit later because we let everybody do their trick-or-treating, spend their time with their family, and then I believe we're going to probably start at least 9 or 10 o'clock Eastern, and we'll do a watch-along. So we hope as many people will come and join us and celebrate in this amazing anniversary. I mean, yeah, it's 45 years. It's a milestone, but think about it, what's going to be like in 50 years. Age 50. Now, that's just crazy to even comprehend talking about this film 50 years later. Never would have imagined this. I could tell stories and stories about me watching Halloween. People in high school and grade school figured I was out of my mind because there was no social media to find other collectors like myself, or just fans in general, because there was nothing to collect back then. Collectibles didn't come till much later on, till the 90s. Late 90s, to be exact. And I just think of all the times people just think, I would have friends, I got my own phone line in high school, and I'd be talking to friends, and they'd be like, are you watching Halloween again? Because they hear that theme in the background. I'm like, yeah, why? Like, how many times are you going to watch that film? I go, when there's nothing else on, why not put Halloween on? It's like comfort food. And then the other sequels, big fans of all the sequels. This isn't a ranking video, so some I like more than others, of course. I'm partial to the first few. Obviously, the first two, actually first three, because that was my introduction as a kid. You figure I saw Halloween 78 in 1980. First Halloween I saw it in the theater was 81, Halloween 2. And then 1982, Halloween 3. So you figure I was 8, 9, 10 years old. So it just, and back then it sucked because we had just gotten a VCR, so videotape rental stores would come out, and then if I wanted to watch these films, I'd have to go rent them if I can get them, because nobody owned them. It was until we finally got it would start appearing on like HBO or something every once in a while, because you remember these movies that weren't on all the time. There's only one HBO and there was only one Cinemax. Like there wasn't like 100 different versions of it like it is now. So if they didn't show the film, maybe around Halloween time or whatever time. Plus back then, if those that are of my age remember, HBO and Cinemax, they didn't run 24 hours a day. They start later in the day and then they would end somewhere in the middle of the night. So they only squeezed in as much as they possibly could. So there was never a chance for me to even record it. I did record it off of television, but the television version was different because obviously it was cut a little bit. I mean, yeah, granted, just basically Linda's scene. I mean, they really didn't cut too much of the killing because it really wasn't too much, but they did have those additional scenes, which threw me for a loop the first time I saw the television version. I was like, what the hell is this? Did I sleep through parts of the movie that I don't remember this? So it's just crazy. And for those who have ever seen the Halloween 2 television version, which is on several different releases, that's even more confusing because things are out of order. Not only are there a couple of these different scenes, it's just completely out of order. So it's just batshit crazy. If you've never seen the Halloween 2 TV version, go watch that. That's a head scratcher. But just wanted to go through and just acknowledge, I couldn't let this date pass by without acknowledging this film and what it means to me. It means everything to me. It's part of me on a daily basis. I've made so many friends because of it, like two of my best friends because of this franchise. And my family is cool. They embrace it. It's everybody around me. I could tell you, just go look at my Facebook page. If somebody sees something Myers related or Halloween related, no matter what friend I have on there, they're sending me like, "Oh, Pat, I thought of you because of this Halloween stuff." But hope everybody enjoys their Halloween. And if you're watching Halloween on its 45th anniversary, which is today, technically October 24th, 1978, it was released in Kansas City. Widespread the next day, which was actually the 25th, is when it went to other theaters. But I'm acknowledging the 24th because in my estimation, well, not estimation, my theory is that's when it premiered, because it premiered in Kansas City. And then it spread to other parts of the country the next day. And it's just crazy to think that here we are all these years later. And just look around. Just if you like collectibles or anything to do with Halloween, there's tons of shit on this channel. And especially all the H45 coverage, because it was so special to me. It was just the time of my life. Such a great time. What a job they did putting that together. Everybody was fantastic. The guests were great. It was just a great group of people. Met so many people. Got talked to so many people. And made so many more friends through this movie. Actually came home with a piece of the Doyle house. Because those that watch this video or were at age 45 know that they're doing some major renovations to the Doyle house. So the whole back side of the house is off. The right side of the house is off. So I don't know what they're doing to it. I have a feeling next time you go out and see it, it's not going to even look like the same house, because it managed to stay the same way all these years, 45 years later. Unlike the demolished house, which is completely unrecognizable across the street. But everybody was dumpster diving, so I did get my piece of the Doyle house. And unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to have Nick Castle sign it. I was going to have Nick and Dick sign it, but I'll probably do it at a different convention. Everybody's like, "Oh, you didn't have it done?" I'm like, the lines were long all weekend for Dick Warlock and Nick Castle. Granted, you had those skips because I had the VIP pass, but I didn't want to stand on line any longer than I had to there. I got all the exclusives I needed. I got the autographs I wanted. Just go watch all my videos. And I didn't want to stand on line and waste any time. I was having fun walking around, enjoying the atmosphere, talking to people. And I figure I'll just get them at a later date. So that'll happen at a later date, so you will see this signed. But that's all I had to say. Just wanted to come on and acknowledge big anniversary for the film, big anniversary for me. Because it's just everything. So do me a favor. Hit that like button. You're a fan of Halloween. There's plenty of shit on this channel for you to like. And hit that subscribe button. I'm doing a 1031 subscriber giveaway where I'm going to be giving away a Dr. Chalice figure when we hit 1,031 subscribers. So you hit that button, don't cost nothing. You could win a Dr. Chalice figure. That could be yours to go into your collection. So until next time, happy anniversary to Halloween, and hope you guys all have a great Halloween. Talk to you soon.